We know about Black Lives Matter, but there's also a group called Black Guns Matter, started by Maj Toure.
Everybody's Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, except when it's time for black people to defend their lives.
Toure says freedom's everything. To defend his freedom, he carries a gun wherever he goes.
This is my human right. And if anybody wants to come chase me down about that, let's go to court.
He wants others to arm themselves, especially people who live in high-crime neighborhoods. You want to put more guns in the very neighborhoods where there are the most shootings.
Listen, evil will persist. The only thing that's going to stop evil are good, solid people strong enough to stop them.
His group sells shirts that say, "Make criminals afraid again."
Absolutely. Criminals should be definitely afraid. If you're robbing people and carjacking, I want you to know that we're going to arm our community to deal with you very, very properly.
More guns in the hands of citizens, he says, deters criminals and leads to less crime. There is evidence for that. More guns may lead to less crime, but they'll also lead to more accidental shooting.
That's under the assumption that those gun owners aren't getting training.
That's the break. Instead of letting it go all the way up.
Training is what Toure does.
Instead of up, you want those thumbs forward. Boom.
Years ago, he held his first Black Guns Matter event in Philadelphia. You expected 30 people. How many showed up?
300, and we had to feed them all. And it was beautiful.
His group now teaches classes all around America.
We're teaching absolute beginners that want to know how to be safe and responsible firearms owners.
If you're threatened, he says, you need a gun and need to know how to use it.
No one's coming to save me. I have to save and protect myself and my family myself.
I'm the bad guy. I'm coming to kill you because I want that sweet bandana you got. What do? You don't have a gun.
I got trouble then.
You die. Or you have a firearm and you say, don't move.
His classes are popular.
The number of black gun owners is surging.
Last year, almost all gun stores said they increased sales to black people.
These aren't the faces we normally see when the U.S. talks about gun rights.
The fastest growing group of gun buyers is now blacks. Patting yourself on the back?
I made it so.
What, you made it so?
Absolutely.
Would have happened anyway.
We said in 2015, 2016, we wanted the black community to be the largest gun buying demographic in America.
Why do you want it to be the largest group?
Because gun control is racist.
Why is gun control racist?
It was literally started to stop black people from having the means to defend themselves.
That's true. Some colonies passed special rules that banned gun ownership by black people. Before the Civil War, Tennessee changed its constitution to say only free white men have a right to bear arms. Virginia declared it illegal for free blacks to carry any firelock.
All gun control is racist.
Later, when local governments wouldn't protect black people, many took up arms to protect themselves. There was less lynching where blacks owned guns.
Ain't doing it to black communities that's armed.
Toure says gun control is still racist. It's still racist now?
Absolutely. Let's take the state of California. If you live in Oakland, if you live in Compton, the chances of you getting a license to carry, even though the Second Amendment is clear, right, is very little. But if you live in Brentwood, if you live in Orange County, if you live in Beverly Hills, the issue rate for that license to carry goes up.
In addition,
who's arrested more for firearms possession? Not robbery, not rape, not homicide, black and brown folks. The narrative that anyone with a firearm is a bad guy is a pervasive theme, especially if you are in an urban environment and if you happen to be black.
That's the reason Toure teaches people follow the rules and communicate with law enforcement.
If you don't articulate these things very well, it's very easy for corrupt portions or ignorant portions of law enforcement or other people to just think it's bad.
If you don't articulate it, if you don't say, yeah, I have a gun to protect myself.
Boom. And this is where the double standard lies. White folks don't got to articulate their position in the same way.
Toure repeatedly refers to the Second Amendment's right to keep and bear arms.
All of the facts and the data are in favor of respect for the Second Amendment, especially in the black community.
Hope you learned something from that video. If you'd like to help us make more, please